Hey everybody, it's Kenny P, and I'm out on the HP Velotechnik Scorpion FS26. Good news, my physical therapist gave me the go-ahead to get out on the trike as much as my knees can handle. Of course, he said not to overdo it, but we're going to ride a few miles today, and one of the things I wanted to do on this ride was test out a new camera that I have. I'm actually shooting this video with it. It's the Sony ZV-1. It's a camera that shoots up to 4K, 30 frames per second. It has great autofocus. It has eye detect autofocus and also face detection. So it does a really good job. And I've been testing it out a little bit this week, and it really does work well on the autofocus front. So, you know, normally I shoot my videos with an Osmo Action camera, which is made by DJI. It does shoot up to 4K 60 frames per second, and so that makes it pretty nice. If you put it on a 24 frame per second timeline, it does give us you know, a video that's slowed down 2.5 times, so it can be pretty neat. But anyway, so we're going to compare. I'm going to shoot a little video with this camera, and you can tell me how you like it. And then I'm going to shoot some with the DJI Osmo Action. And we can see whether an $800 camera is that much better than a $350 camera. So thanks for coming along on the ride today. Let's check out the road. So, what do you think about the video so far? I think it's looking pretty good from the screen here. Like I said, this camera does have a flippy screen so that I can see myself as I record. I'm in the bright sun right now, heading back in the opposite direction from which I was. And both of these cameras have digital stabilization. And I have this one set on its highest setting. And it looks like it's doing a pretty good job. We'll take a look at that in post when we're editing this in Adobe Premiere Pro. And we'll ride a little bit more, and then we'll switch over to the DJI Osmo Cam. Again, this is the Sony ZV-1. Feels great to be on the road. Tales Farm. That's where I live. So now we're gonna all right, so now I'm shooting on the DJI Osmo Action, and we're going to take that same little ride that we just did, and let's see how this camera compares. Again, both cameras have digital stabilization. Let's also pay attention to the audio. Now, the Sony ZV-1 actually has a dead cat. It's a little furry muff that goes on top that helps theoretically with wind noise. So you heard that. So let's compare that audio to the audio of the DJI Osmo Action as well as the video. Alright, how well does this camera handle the shadows when the sun is behind me? One thing you're going to notice about the DJI Osmo Action Camera is that it has a wider field of view. The Sony ZV-1 comes with a built-in lens that actually will go from 24 to 70 millimeters. And with the active track on, it actually narrows down that field of view along with the highest level of steady shot. Those two things reduce the field of view quite a bit on the Sony, so you're going to get a much wider field of view here on the Osmo Action Cam because it has a fixed lens. It doesn't adjust like the Sony, which again, it zooms from 24 to 70 millimeters. All right, so a couple last pointers about the DJI Osmo Action Camera. It actually has a screen on the front and a screen in the back. I can actually switch between the two, so I can monitor myself as I record. I mentioned before that the Sony ZV-1 has a flip screen, so I can either having it faced towards the back of the camera, or I can have it facing me. It's a fully articulating screen, so it does rotate around. So anyway, what do you think? $350 camera, or is the quality that much better on an $800 camera? I appreciate you joining me today. Thanks so much for watching these videos. I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel, and I also hope that you'll hit the bell icon, which means that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Make it a great week, and I hope that we get a chance to ride together very soon. Well, I forgot one thing, one important factor that I need to point out to you. The Sony ZV-1 is not a waterproof camera. The DJI Osmo Action is. So if I'm going to use the Sony to record my recumbent riding videos, then I'm going to have to make sure that if it rains, I put it away. So anyway, thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.